What's up, folks? Mark here. Y'all know how I do cook the books and bring you guys the information. Now, the information I got today is very powerful. Very, at least to me, it is very, very powerful. And it's what I like about this information is the applicability of this information, being able to apply it in a practical and pragmatic way. Uh, I find this information very useful, at least from this day going forward. Right? Didn't just discover this information today, but I'm just saying when I say today, I just mean in this at this point of my life. Information that is very, very applicable, and I hope that I can communicate it in a way where it comes across very clear, very transparent, very, where you guys can receive it, where you can apply it, where you can put it into practice. And that's my job to where I hope that I can convey it across this technology and you guys can really get it. So let's dive right in. Duality, polarity, polarity, duality. Duality, polarity, they pretty much mean the same things. It's a division in opposing forces. You have two opposing forces, and there's a division between these two opposing forces. They're divided either for contrast or for opposition. So you have two forces that are completely divided. Duality, polarity. Why is that important? We live in a three-dimensional system, right? Our world that we exist in is three-dimensional, and embedded within three-dimensionality is duality and polarity. These are two forces that we have to work with. Now, let me say that very clearly. These are two forces that we have to work with. But what if you don't know about these two forces? And when I say know about them, I don't mean you don't know what they mean. I mean, what if you don't know what if you don't know how these forces are affecting your life? What if you don't know how these two forces are working against you or on you every single day? You see what I'm saying? So when I say these are two forces that we have to work with, well, if you don't know that these two forces are working against you, there's no way you could be working with them because you're not even aware that they're working against you. Duality, polarity, and three-dimensionality. So if you're not aware that these two forces are embedded with our three-dimensional or three-dimensionality of our system, then I highly doubt that you're aware of how to work with these forces or to prevent them from preventing you. Now, let's jump right in. I'm going to throw out a few names. Some you might be familiar with some of these names. Max Planck, Niels Bohr, Einstein. These are three scientists that they've paved the way for me to understand some of this stuff. Right? These great, phenomenal IQs and intellects have left us this information for us to be able to come across and utilize. Should we have the insights to utilize this information? And if you don't, then this information is going to be your own undoing, your own unraveling. And let's see what I mean by that. The first law, or one of the several laws that these amazing minds that I just mentioned put together for us, or they are postulated for us, is the where is it? Right here. The dual character of nature, complementarity. That's right. I got it written right here. Complementarity, right? Is complementarity. The complementarity principle was founded by or purported by Niels Bohr. I have his name right here. Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr quoted the complementarity principle, which states, and I'm quoting Niels Bohr: every component in nature has a wave particle-like nature or character. I'll say that again. Niels Bohr, he quotes, he founded, he coined the principle, complementarity principle. The complementarity principle pretty much states every component in nature has both a wave-like wave particle-like nature. I'll say that again. Every component in nature has a wave particle character. And what you see is based, which one you determine to see is based on you, the observer. This is Niels Bohr, his proportion. This is what he purported based off his research into the quantum physics and physics. That every component in nature has the character of both a wave and a particle simultaneously. So every component in nature has both elements simultaneously, a wave and a particle, embedded within itself. Which one you see depends on you, the observer. All right, let's keep that in mind. Like I said, this is heavy stuff. I'm gonna do my best to try to simplify it and make it applicable in our lives today. The coexistence principle. The coexistence, right here, the coexistence principle dovetails the complementarity principle. They pretty much go hand in hand. They're pretty much the same principle, coexistence. Both wave and particle coexist simultaneously. Both waves and particles. This is a photon. A photon consists of both waves and particle simultaneously according to the coexistence principle. The dual character of nature. The dual character of nature. The dual character of nature is pretty much, again, these are just different ways of saying the same thing. But this is Niels Bohr, this is Einstein, this is Max Planck. So these are the quotes or the principles founded by different men coming into contact or coming into the revelation of the same findings in the quantum world. Quantum means infinitesimally, minute, right? It means extremely small. It's the world that we can't see. Quantum physics. So these men who all delved into the quantum field, quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement, these are some of their quotes in terms of, again, talking about duality and polarity. Now, quantum physics is a broad field. There's so many different branches of this tree of quantum physics. But this is, you have quantum entanglement, you have quantum mechanics, quantum theory. This is quantum duality, polarity. Duality, polarity. So we're talking about this specific branch right here. So you'll see the word like dual character of nature, coexistence principle, complementarity principle. And these are the men, Niels Bohr, Einstein, and Max Planck, who, provided this information for us to utilize today. So, okay, I'm spewing all the science, right? And by now your brain's probably like, like none of this makes sense. Okay, let's bring it home to us today, real life. How do we apply this? Okay, we've established, according to these great men and their minds and what they've shared with us, that in nature, embedded in nature, there's a duality. Right? There are two opposing forces that always are in coexistence. According to the coexistence principle, every component in nature has this dual polarized force embedded within itself. How does that apply to us? All right, what that means in practical terms is this, folks. If you say, I am going to get a job today, if you write that down, I'm just being very simplistic. If you say, I'm going to get a girlfriend today, I'm going to get a car today, I'm going to get a house today, I'm going to change my life today, I'm going to start exercising today, I'm going to lose this much weight by this time. Every single positive goal that you set, within that goal, write this. I am going to lose this much weight today, and I will never lose this much weight today. What? That sounds oxymoronic, right? That's an oxymoron. Hurry up, come quick. Hurry up, run fast. Hurry up, run slow. Hurry up, slow. Hurry up and come, but take your time. Hurry up, run fast, slow. Oxymoronic, makes no sense. I am going to lose 30 pounds by December of 2019. I am not going to lose 2,000 pounds by December of 2019. I'm not going to lose 30 pounds by December of 2019. I'll say it again, slow. I am going to lose 30 pounds by December of 2019. I am not going to lose 30 pounds by December 2019. Why do I do that? Coexistence principle, folks. This is what these great minds left us. We have to get this. Every goal you set, when you write a goal, be alert, be aware that within that goal is its demise. Within your success lies the seed of its failure. I'm going to take my time because I really want you guys to get this. Built into built into the fiber of your success is its demise, its failure, its hindrance. Man, this is a beautiful woman. I want her. Built into that very beautiful woman are the same. It's the same beauty that is in her that makes you want her. There is the opposite that is also in her that makes you don't want her. I love this card. It's a beautiful card. Within that card, there is the same elements, factors within. There are the same factors that you love about that card. The opposing factors are also in that card that make you might not want that card. I think that man right there gonna be my husband. I love that man. I want that man. Ladies, the same factors that makes the factors built into that man are the same opposing factors to the factors of why you want him. The same reasons you want him are built into those reasons are reasons you don't want him. I think by now you guys see where I'm going. If every time you set a goal, built into that goal is the same reasons for failure. Within your goal to succeed lies the seeds for your failure. That's some heavy stuff if you really let it sink in. That means every time you are desiring to do something to better yourself, wired into that desire is the opposing force that's going to stop you from doing it. You wake up, you say, you know what? I'm going to shift. I'm going to make a change with my life. I'm going to start a diet. You write out your plan, your diet plan. You write out whatever it is. I'm just using diet. It could be anything. You start writing it. Within that, the recipes, the ingredients of you changing your diet, there is also embedded within that the reasons for you failing to meet your dietary goals. Complementarity principle. Every component in nature has both particles within it, wave and a particle. Every component in nature has both wave and particle-like characters. We could substitute wave and particle for good and bad. Every component in nature has both good and bad within its nature. We could substitute good and bad with success and failure. Every component in nature has both success and failure within it. The coexistence principle. Every goal that you wish to achieve has both coexisting within it. Its success and its failure. They coexist together, folks. You cannot have one without the other. When we break it down like that, it makes sense. It's very simple, right? Why? Because again, the three-dimensional system in which we exist, right? Up, down, that's one. Back, front, that's two. Left, right, that's three. And then you have time, that's four. That gives you space-time continuum, general relativity. But up, down, right? Going up, if you're going up, while going up simultaneously, the forces are going down. To go up, forces go down. Because we're talking about forces here. Remember, I said in the beginning, these forces. So just to move up, there's a force moving down, built into the moving up. You see what I'm saying? Think scientifically, think fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional here. Don't just think in your normal frequency band or frequency bandwidth, which is the scope of your intellect. There's a certain scope that we all think within. It's called our frequency band or frequency bandwidth, which is the scope of the frequency band. You have to expand that band so that you could think and incorporate other frequencies, which is information. This is the information I'm bringing you. So expand your bandwidth and start thinking fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional. Get out of just three-dimensional thinking. You see what I'm saying? So it's powerful because now when you step out into the world, when you're approaching your goals, how does this information apply? You have to be now cognizant. You have to be conscious. You have to be aware that no matter how good or how confident you feel about a goal, about an ambition, about an aspiration, you have to keep your mind, your eyes open for the duality polarity forces because they're embedded within your goal. There is no such thing as a straight road on your goal. It is impossible according to these laws. Should we accept these laws? And they're empirical laws. Empirical means they've been thoroughly investigated. There's scientific data and evidence that solidifies, supports, and proves. There's conclusive evidence. Empirical scientific data means conclusive evidence to support thesis. This is not pure theoretical or theorizing. Maybe it was theory back in the 1800s, but as the years went on, they have found empirical data that supports what they have purported. So no matter what it is, now we got to move different. When you get this and this sinks in, you got to move different. You move different. You don't have to. Once this sinks in, you move different because now your vibratory rates change. And your vibratory rates control your CNS. Your CNS controls your whole actions, everything. Central nervous system, how you move. So once your vibratory rates begins to increase or to exponentially expand, your actions are going to be they're going to jive. You dig? You dig? Can you dig it? I know you can dig it. So what I'm saying is, this principle, these laws, these scientific proven, we have to become conscious and aware. And here's the beauty: we have to interact with our science. We have to move with the universe. See, the universe and science, this is all like a dance. You got to know how to dance with the universe now. You know what I'm saying? Don't step on its toes. Don't let it step on your toes. Don't be out of sync, out of whack, looking up. No, you got to know how to dance with the universe now. You get these laws and you dance different. So again, the reason why I said this is so applicable, it's so, in the beginning of the video, I said it's very applicable, very practical and pragmatic, and you can put it in practice into your life, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're in any kind of supervisory position, especially if you got a family, you got a business that you're running. You will always know to keep your eyes at high alert for this duality polarity principle. Now, people will say you're negative, oh, you always see the bad. No. Listen, there's three-dimensional thinking, and then there's four, fifth, six-dimensional thinking. Anyone who will say you're pessimistic or you're just looking for the bad, or you're always trying to, remember, you got to remember this. Their bandwidth is restricted to three-dimensional thinking. And this is what separates leaders from followers, the brave from the cowards, the courageous from the cowards. You see what I'm saying? So this information is very practical because we have to understand that within everything we're looking to do that is good for us, that is going to move us up in life, there is built in within the goal, within the success, there is the failure. Within the goal of success lies the seed of its very failure. And when I look back over my life, and I look at where I am in life, and I look at situations I just recently came out of, I'm going through, I'm getting ready to go. I look at these situations and I can see this right here in it. I see these laws in it. I'm like, wow, had I known this before? Had I just known this before? Fellas, you meet a young lady, whatever it is about her that seduces you or entices you or allures you, know within that seduction lies the very seed of why you're going to fail with her, or your potential to fail. Let me rephrase it. The same reasons, the same reasons that attracts you to her, within those same reasons, there is the seed of why you might not make it with her, of why you might end up not liking her, or she might not like you. Within the same reasons that attracts you to the person, there's this a seed of opposition That I like, this is what I like about her in this direction. In the opposite direction, it's the same things that you don't like about her. Within that same seed. It's one seed, but goes in two different directions. The coexistent principle. Polarity, duality. Anytime you meet somebody, ladies, always know everything you like about the person, within that idea lies the seed of why you're not going to like the person. That's heavy. If you really get it. I'm going to go to school today. I'm going to go back to college. I'm going to make my life better. I'm not going to go back to college. I'm not going to make my life better. Within that goal to make your life better, the seeds of why you're not going to go back and make your life better is in that. They're simultaneous. The reasons for you to go and the reasons for you not to go are simultaneously embedded in each other. It's called superimposition or superposition. Superimposed. They are layered. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. They are layered. Reasons for you to go, reasons for you not to go. Layered. They come together, superposition. I'm going to start my own business. Reasons for you not starting your own business comes right the minute you get the idea to start your own business. Within that idea is the opposing forces for you not to start your own business. How heavy is that? That's powerful. It's powerful to the mind who really gets it, though. Because when you walk out now, you go out into the world, and you got this extra ammunition in your psyche, in your intellect, you understand this law, you can move better. You can anticipate now. Now you anticipate. You can't stop the law. We're not saying, oh, you learned this, okay, I'm going to stop you. No, the law is the law. It was here before you were born. It will be here after you die. The law is the law. You can't stop it. What you can do is now anticipate it. You see what I'm saying? And when you can anticipate something, let me give you an illustration. I see a robber. I don't see, but I know that the robber is coming at 8 o'clock to rob my house. That's called, I can anticipate. Now I can make some arrangements to prepare for his ass when he comes. You know what I'm saying? He comes in, I got something nice and big and heavy and, double barrel waiting for him. you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to stop him from coming. But when I'm prepared and he gets here, I got something waiting for him. Illustration, a little crazy, a little extreme, but I'm sure you get the point. You can't stop these laws. This is the universe we're talking. It's science. It's bigger than you. But you can anticipate by knowing about these laws. So when you know that I have a goal to do this, and built in to this goal are the said reasons for me to fail this goal, you can now start to, when something happens, you can immediately nip it in the bud. You can immediately kill it. You can stop it right in its tracks. There's no, let me find out. Well, let's negotiate. Let's talk it out. All right, let me hear your point of view. Let me be open-minded. Fuck open-mindedness. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but I get passionate sometimes. You understand? When you got this kind of information, you're armed with these scientific laws, and you know that these laws are immutable, unchangeable, unwavering. These laws are as sure as gravity is sure. There is no negotiating. You don't compromise. There is no let's talk it out. There is either you with me or you get out. Because you know the instrument that the law is operating in is the person. We got to remember, these laws need somewhere to function. Here's something, folks. You got to learn this. This is what we got to really get. Every human being is this component right here, according to Niels Bohr. Every component. This word component, you can change this and substitute it with every human being. That's what I do. Every human possess both the wave and the particle nature. And I told you, substitute wave and particle what? Good, bad, success, failure, ups, down, heartache, stress, love, joy. You can put any two opposing forces you want. But it's not it's the law that you have to pay attention to. Every human being, every component have this dual nature that exists simultaneously. So it doesn't matter if you're a CEO, if you're a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a supervisor, you're a manager, you're in some position of authority. If you see something in somebody and you understand this law, You won't. You will not play with it because you understand this law comes to destroy. There's a word called entropy. It's the second law of thermodynamics. The universe tends towards entropy. Entropy is entropy, entropic. Where's my phone? I don't have my phone. You know, I like to make sure if y'all watch my videos, I always like to check it. All right, whatever. But it is entropy. And entropy means deterioration, degradation, slow wearing, tearing, and breaking down of things, right? So this law, the opposing force that's built into your goal, if you don't nip it in the butt, entropy is going to create what's called entropy, which is the second law of thermodynamics. So, folks, I hope that I did a good job communicating this information. I hope that you can take this information, watch this video again, and write down, make some notes, and see if you can find areas in your life that you can find this force at work. And you can't stop it, but like I said, you can recalibrate your goal. You can recalibrate your strategy. You can strategize around it. Like I said, if you know somebody coming to rob your house, you probably can't stop them from coming because you're in your house, right? And you find out that they're coming. There's no way for you to go stop them. What you can do is be prepared when they get here. So if you understand these laws, you can't stop these laws, but you can anticipate so that when you see it, you know it. You can identify, no matter what somebody's telling you, no matter what they tell you. Oh, no, I wasn't. Oh, you got me all wrong. Da, 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 da. People are going to have all kinds of excuses. I'm sure you know what I mean. But if you know the law and you understand every component, every human, every person, every being has this law embedded within them, then if you ignore this to your own peril, your own danger. You don't deserve what you were working towards. If you was trying to go back to school and you're aware of this law and you ignore this, and people calling you to go hang out, go drink, go to the club, go to the bar, and you do that and don't understand this is that law at work. Your goal is to go to school. This law says no, you're not. The law is going to come at you with your friends, your family, your folks, your best friends, your closest family members. The law is going to work through those who are the closest to you. It has to find a host to operate through. And the host is going to be your fellow people. And it usually is a family member, somebody real close to you. And if you're not aware, and if you don't take active measures to make sure this law doesn't work against your goal, then you don't deserve the goal of going to school, furthering your education, getting a better, higher income, and living a better lifestyle. You deserve to just stay at a low level wherever you are. That's just facts. So you get these laws, let them sink in, let them germinate, let them metastasize, and do your damn thing. You like the video? Give me a like, share, leave some comments. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down, leave your comments. All right? Peace.